All right, so this is for week 1, quarter 3, and today is Monday or Tuesday, just kidding. And we're gonna go over solving absolute values. So we'll start off with the very first one, just right over here. All right, so when you take a look at this right here, okay, you have f minus, hey, look over here. Do you see how with this one,
I can't see.
there is nothing else involved here that's outside of the f minus 5 absolute value? Do you see that? Okay. So typically what that means is that you can separate them into two different equations. Okay. What does absolute value mean?
Wait. Um, is there equal value?
So this one, what it means is that you're going to be, the absolute value is the distance from 0. Okay. So what that means is that if this right here is 0, okay, it will work. There you go. Come on, work. If that was 0, correct? If I were to go to the right 5 steps, that's a positive 5 step, right? If I go to the left 5 step, it's still 5 step. Do you understand? So absolute value is distance from 0. One is going to be to the right side, the other one is to the left side. It's just distance from 0. So if you see it, there's two different versions of it. One is from the positive, one's from the negative. But both of those answers are acceptable because it's distance. It's not positive or negative. Do you see that? So when you do this, do you see how there's nothing outside of the absolute value bars? Do you see the purple bars right there? Are there any numbers outside of those bars?
Yes.
Okay, not that 3. The 3 is on the other side of the equation. So then what you do is you split it, okay? The first one you split is f minus 5 equals 3. Nothing changes, correct? The second one, f minus 5 equals, well, you see how this is a positive 3? That's the right side. The left side is going to be a negative 3. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And then solve. So you solve for this, you have 5 on both sides. Negative 3 plus 5 is, that's your answer. Do you see that? You do exactly the same thing for 2, 3. Yeah, just 2, 3, and 4. It's exactly the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do those 3, and then we'll review this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like number 2, you should have g plus 2 equals positive 7. G plus 2 equals negative 7. So the first answer is g. 7 minus 2 is a 5. Negative 7 minus 2 is g equals negative 9. Okay. I moved it because you don't need it. This one, first one is 2d minus 5 equals 13. Second one is 2d minus 5 equals negative 13, correct? So 2d equals 13 plus 5 is an 18. 18 divided by 2 is a 9. Negative 13 plus 5 is going to be a 8, right? 8 divided by 2 is a 4. That's okay. So now that you're done with that, I want you to go ahead and work on 4, 5, and 6. 2 more pages. All right, so then for number 4 over here, notice how there's nothing outside of the absolute value, right? Because eventually, look over here. You see for number 10 and number 13, the things I'm highlighting are the things outside of the absolute value. Do you see that? That's fine. So for number 4, there's nothing outside. So your first one is 3g plus 14 equals 7. 3g plus 14 equals negative 7. So 7 minus 14 is a negative 7. G equals negative 7 over 3. That's your first answer, right? Or if you're gonna put it into a more proper fraction, it'll be a 2 1/3. Do you see that? And the next one, 3g equals negative 21, right? G equals negative 7. Those are your two answers. Okay. Number 5. For number 5, the first equation is going to be 20 minus 9m. Notice how the m is now behind the 20 equals 7. That's the first one. Second one is 20 minus 9m equals negative 7. You see that? Okay. Minus the 20. 7 minus 20 is a negative 13, correct? Divide it, you get a positive 13 over 9, or a 1 and 4 over 9. You see that? Okay. Second part, minus 20. Negative 7 minus negative 20, or minus 20 is negative 27. Negative 27 divided by negative 9 is a positive. Okay? Okay. Number 9. 2/3 z minus 6 equals 12. That's your first one, correct? 2/3 z minus 6 equals negative 12. Good. Add the 6 on both sides. 2/3 z. 12 plus 6 is 18, correct? You gotta be careful with this because opposite or the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3 over 2. Do you see that? That part cancels. 18 divided by 2. 18 over 2 cancels to a 9 over 1. Do you see that? 9 times 3 is a 27. Continue a little bit, please. Okay, next one. Add the 6. Negative 12 plus 6 is a negative 6, correct? And then you're going to multiply 3 over 2 like this, correct? So this part cancels. Z is now by itself. There's a 1 right there. Do you see the negative 3 and the 2 becomes a negative 3 over 1? Negative 3 times 3 is a negative 9. Does that make sense? Okay. So then what I want you to do is go ahead and work on number 7, 8, and 9. They're very similar. Okay. Although you gotta be careful with a number 8 because you see how there's a 6x on the right side. Okay, go ahead and do that.
I didn't get any of the same answer that you got.
Explain to me how you set up number 4.
So I use
You gotta split it, correct? The first equation is 3g plus 14 equals 7. Correct? What's your second equation? 3g plus 14 equals
3g plus.
equals. That's the first equation. What's the second equation? Okay, now tell me how you solve the first equation. What did you do?
Negative 10.
Why do you have negative 10? Because 7 minus 14 is a negative 7. Do you see why it's a negative 7? You get it? Okay, go back over there and relook at it again. Okay, so we're going to go on to number 7. Yes. Okay, so if you take a look at number 7. With number 7, your first one is 5k minus 10 equals negative 45, correct? Your second one is 5k minus 10 equals positive 45. Do you see that? Hold on, I want to check one thing. Go ahead and try to solve it. Okay, actually, hold on a second. This is a trick question, okay? Any absolute value has to be greater than 0, okay? So if you actually have, so here's the thing. The absolute value of like ax minus b has to be greater than 0. Do you understand? Yeah. So if you have ax minus b equals a negative number, this is automatically no solution. Do you understand? Yeah. So I think that's the only one that equals a negative 45. So this is just no solution. And that's it. You don't have to go any further than that. Does that make sense? So you don't need to solve it. Okay. All right. So then for number 8, let's take a look at number 8. For number 8, your first equation is 8x minus 1 equals 6x, correct? Second equation, 8x minus 1 equals negative 6x, right? So we're going to add the 1 on both sides. Or actually, yeah, we're going to move this negative 1 over this way, okay? We're going to move the positive 6 into a negative 6 this way. Do you see that? 8x minus 6 is a 2x, correct? Negative 1 moved over becomes a positive 1. Do you agree? Divided x equals 1/2. Over here, move the 6 over here. 8x plus 6x is a 14x. Yes? Move the negative 1 over to the right. It's a positive 1, right? X equals 1 out of 14. And that's your answer. Do you see that? Okay, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to have you go ahead and catch up, okay? Which one do you want to go over?
Finish all of them.
Okay, well, which one would you like to go over? Okay, well, 8 already gone over with you. What's taking you so long? I don't understand. You didn't even go to number 9 yet. What is taking you so long? Do you have to do number 12? You don't have to do number 12. Is number 9 the last one? Do you have to do?
Yeah.
You don't have to do number 10, 11, 12, or 13? All right, I'm going to pause it. You go back and read it. If you need help, ask me concrete questions. Read the first one.
We would expect approximately 50 of the outcomes to be. We can make a statement that a coin is unfair if the number of outcomes that results in heads. Satisfies h minus 50 over 5 is greater than 1.65.
So let's try to do this, right? First equation, h minus 50 over 5 is greater or equal to 1.645, correct? To solve for this one, what do you need to get rid of first? Your job is to get h right here by itself, but it's not by itself because h has this number here and this number here. Which one do you want to get rid of first? No. How do you get rid of this by 5? The first cancels now, correct? So then you have h minus 50 is greater or equal to. Grab a calculator. Grab a TI-84 graphing calculator. I'm sure you have one over there somewhere. I had one over here, but I don't know where it went, so grab one. I think it's 8.225. Correct? So then how do you get rid of the 50 here?
Adding it.
That part cancels. H is greater or equal to 58.225. That's your answer, correct? The second equation, do the same thing. H minus 50 over 5. Okay, here's the thing. You see the sign right there? You gotta switch it from this to this with a negative 1.645. 4, 5. You see that? You do exactly the same thing. You multiply both sides by 5, correct? So that's just going to be a negative 8 point, the same thing as this one here, correct? And then you're going to add the 50, correct? Grab your calculator. What's your answer?
About
41.775. It's negative 8.225 plus 50. Try again. Positive 50 minus 8.225 is 41.775. So what's your answer? H is greater or equal to 58.225, right? As H is less or equal to 41.75. You can't have 0.75 above, right? So this one, you round down. So you just say H is less than 41, okay? This one, you can't have 0.225 over the point. You know what I mean? H is greater than 59. You round up. You see that? Your finalized answer of what you can write is like right here. Since H must be a whole number, an unfair coin toss would result in 41 or fewer heads or 59 or more heads. That makes sense? You can write that down. Just write that down. Go ahead.
An unnamed research drone has been built to withstand forces of the magnitude of 900
And
kilogram.
it might be Newton, but whatever.
Yeah. Weight of mass kilograms times acceleration in that and the drone has a mass of 10 kilograms. What is the fastest?
Okay, so force equals mass times acceleration, right?
Yeah.
And then mass is 10 kilogram. So I replace that with 10, right?
Yeah.
What is the fastest? Oh, and there's another number. What do you put 900?
And F.
And we're kind of trying to find A, right? But I don't feel like this is the way it's supposed to be set up. So there we go. We're given the maximum force is F equals 900, correct? Mass is 10 kilogram, right? Formula is force equals mass times acceleration, right? Your job is to find A, correct? Okay, so if force equals mass acceleration, and we're solving for A, right? Then A will equal to either divided by M, correct? F over A, correct? I'm sorry, F over M, right?
Yeah.
So then if I rewrite this, A equals force, which is 900 kilogram, right? Over 10.
So 90.
Over 10. Yeah, meters per second, correct? This is meters per second squared, right? Yeah, so it's just 90 meters per second squared. That's it. There's really not much that we can do. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So what you can say is, the question is, how can the drone safely accelerate, right? And you're solving for, when it says safely accelerates, it's how fast or how quick, how fast accelerates or decelerate, how slow it's going, right? It will just be, the drone can safely accelerate and decelerate up to 90 meters per second. Okay? Yeah. Is that the last question? Okay, I'll have one more.
There's 2 more, and then we have 16 through 21.
What? What is 16 to 21? Where is 16 to 21? That's not even on this page. Where is that?
Same page as 1 through 9.
No, it's not.
16 through 21.
Oh, did we not do that yet?
No, I don't think we did those yet. But you just
Boston.
I can just like use AI.
No, let's finish this shit. All right, let's go back to 16. Ready? 16 is pretty easy. What do you have for 16? Okay, the difference between 16 and now is that now you have inequalities. Which are these signs right here? Do you see that? Whenever you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to change this to this and this to this. Do you remember that? Okay, that's it. That's your first one. D plus 4 is less than. You gotta change both, correct? Now solve it. Do it right now. What is your answer? Number 17. This is pretty easy. It's not difficult. So solve it. So similar with 18, you have 3w minus 15 is less than 30. 3w minus 15 is greater than negative 30. So add the 15, 3w is less than 45. Divide, you get 15. Okay? Add the 15. Negative 15, right? W is greater than negative 5. Those are your two answers. Okay? Okay with that? Let's move on to number 19. With number 19, you have 2x plus 6 is greater or equal to 10. 2x plus 6 is less than or equal to negative 10. 2x is greater or equal to 4. X is greater or equal to 2. 2x is less than or equal to negative 16. X is less than or equal to negative 8. Okay, so that was number 19. Now number 20, I'm going to bring that over here. So for number 20, this one's a little bit different because I don't understand why he didn't cancel this one, but he canceled like number 13 and stuff. So the negative 3, do you see how that's outside of the absolute value bars? You can't split it until you get rid of all those numbers outside. That's not including the 16 because the 16 is on the other side. Do you see that? So opposite of a negative 3 is a
Positive.
So 7 minus 2r or absolute value less than or equal to 19. Now, outside of these absolute value, do you have any other numbers? That's like a tag along.
7.
No, that's inside the absolute value. Do you have any number outside of the bars? So now what you can do is you can split it. This You have to get rid of the tag along. Do you understand? Okay, now we can split it. So the first one is 7 minus 2r less or equal to 19. Second one, 7 minus 2r greater or equal to negative 19. Okay, now solve. 19 minus 7 is a positive 12. Now, you're going to divide by a negative 2. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So what happens to the sign?
Flips over.
It flips, and that becomes a negative 6. Do you see that? Okay, do the same thing over here. Subtract 7, you get a negative 26. You divide by that, you flip it. Do you see that? So it makes it a positive 13. That's your answer. Okay, 9 o'clock. All right, 21. 21 is kind of a crazy one. So for 21, do you have any tag-alongs? What is it? Okay, how do you get rid of it? Which is? Okay, now let's split it. What's the first equation?
And minus 8. The fifth and minus 8 is less than 12. Greater than 8.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do? Solve it. So with the first 8, what we're going to do is we're going to add the 8 on both sides. So you have 2 over 5n greater or equal to 8 plus 8 is 16. And then how do you get rid of the 2 over 5? What do you do, Grayson? Okay. So let me know when you're ready. Okay, so this part cancels, right? The n is greater or equal to. You see how this is a 2 and a 16? That becomes a 1. So 40 is good. Did you find the second one yet or not yet? Okay, second one, 2 over 5n. Negative 8 plus 8 is a 0. That's an easy one. What's your answer?
And it's greater than 0.
There we go. That's it. And that's 21, correct? So we're done with that. Let's go back to the last question. Okay, number 3. Go ahead and read.
Yeah, the bills average $1,400 on food and entertainment, gasoline, and car. You visited your girlfriend's friends would be additional and make $15 an hour. Doing you found again percent retirement. Working 12 hours per week. You need to work to you need to work at to or you need to work to at a minimum meet your expenses and if possible see your goal. Use a calculator or risk.
Okay, what do you think? What are you going to do? How are you going to set this up? Get an idea. I mean, if you're going to use AI, you should have done this like before I came over here to help you. You understand me? Yeah. So what do you think I have to do? Take a guess. Or start something. Do something. What do you think you're gonna do? So let's think about what's the monthly bill? What are some of the extra things she's been spending her stuff on besides the monthly bill?
150.
So what's the total? You open it, please. So what's gasoline plus entertainment?
Um, 750 total.
That's not 750. 750? Where are you getting that number from?
Or
375. That's your bill, 1480 a month. 375 a month. So when you add everything together, what is it? What's the total expense? Add them together. You have a calculator. That much, right? Now, this is where she's gonna earn money. This is how much she needs to make. That's how much spending, right? That's money going out, correct? She needs money coming in, right? So she can pay for all that crap. So she makes this much an hour, but you don't get all that. You have taxes, correct? So does she get 100% of $17.50? No, she does not get 100%. It's 100% minus the 15% due to tax, correct? Which is how many percent?
um, 85.
85%, right? So you're gonna take $17.50, which is an hour, times 0.85. How much is that per hour?
Uh, 15.13.
So she only gets $15.13 per hour, right? This is how much she needs in a month. They're assuming there are 4 weeks in a month, right? What's this divided by 4? This is giving me each week.
463.71.
463.5.
7.
This is how much she's spending each week, correct? The question asks you, how many hours does she need to work? Well, if she needs to make this much, $463.75 a week, and she's getting paid $15.13 an hour, you take that divided by 15.13, which will give you the number of hours she needs to work. So what is that going to be? Is it 30 point something or what is it? 6.6. So you have to round up, correct? So she needs to work at least 31 hours per week, which is not easy to do because if you're going to school, how are you going to find an extra 31 hours to work? 40 hours is full-time working, right? All right, number 4. Go ahead and read.
Um, a steady percent display of I right after the serving density.
So X is how high the fence can be, right? So first write an inequality there. And actually, I'm just gonna tell you that your answer is gonna be this. I'm just gonna write it down here. I'm gonna leave this up and you have to read it. Do you understand? This is the answer. So read the answer. And I'm gonna end this right here. Okay, and here's the reason.